Hello and welcome to the Sweaty and the Farmer and the news. We bring you the news beyond light, beyond dark, beyond color, and beyond your front yard. We're out there getting you the news. This is our weekly show where we discuss some of the most important news of the gaming world. I am the lone gamer as the Sweaty.
And I am Lucho the farmer. Thanks for coming together this week to talk about some relevant news.
Some relevant news from beyond your house. So in the docket we have today. My camera is weird. Destiny 2 PvP disarray, Ubisoft Montreal hostage situation, and Cyberpunk 2077 will let you customize your your teeth. So we saw it coming. Everybody in the community saw it coming. Since day one, since they show us Stasis working on the game. Everybody said, this looks like hell for PvP. Please Bungie, don't let it be assess. Since day one of the expansion announcement, since day one of the Stasis announcement, they say that freezing people in PvP was gonna be insane, and the Bungie should have like a small, like reduce the freezing time just for PvP. But here we are.
That's not the official reason.
What is the other reason?
The official reason.
What is the official reason?
There is a bug, and that's what they're taking.
What is the bug? Let me see. What is the bug?
Oh, I don't know what the bug is. They didn't say anything on Twitter.
Yeah, but that was the rumor though.
Yeah, that's a
that is
what did I say? That's not the official reason.
Yeah, that's not the official reason. That is the rumor.
And you're giving it as an official thing. That's
I'm not. All right, fair enough.
Don't be misleading.
No, yeah, I will try not to be misleading, but there is a bug.
That's what that's the official statement from Bungie. That it was disabled because there was a experience breaking bug for competitive experience.
So maybe the bug was that they actually have the freeze like maybe they actually have the freeze modification in the PvP, and it's just not working.
The problem is that we have no idea.
We have no idea, but the point is like everybody's hating PvP right now in Destiny 2. Beyond that is if there is a bug or not, or if the things like the thing that I've heard everybody says like freezing, like the stasis in PvP is absolutely
okay. That's
demonic.
Sure, that's a different. That could be as well, just a different problem.
Yeah, but that's what I've heard from everybody in the community. It's like they have to fix that because it's absolutely broken.
Okay, but that's not the news.
The news is trials that was being overhauled and that's supposed to be better because they work a lot in the anti-cheating technology from all these months. They also
did some other changes, didn't they?
Yeah, they changed the reward system. They're actually gonna give you like exclusive like armor from it. And yeah, it's supposed to be good, better, I guess. Yeah,
I mean, they made a bunch of changes to make trials more.
Did you change any fundamental, like beyond the card thingy and that sort of stuff?
That I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So yeah, like beyond detecting cheaters and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but that's what makes PvP completely unplayable.
Okay.
No?
Yeah, that is true. But okay. I don't know. Like, I hope the bug is that they actually like put the freezing damper in it and it's not working, because there is a bunch of things that were not properly working. We have 2 guns disabled, right? 2 guns that were disabled.
Those things happen.
And we have some.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, and we have some bugs on the game, so like I've seen some ridiculous videos of people like sticking a stasis grenade in one of the. You see the antennas in the circles when you're capturing stuff with the Vex that rotates?
Yeah.
Yeah, they stick a grenade on one of those antennas, and everything that in the stasis thing starts rotating, and that kills automatically everybody that comes into range. Is hilarious.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
The game can have bugs.
Yes. It is.
That's not a problem.
It is entitled to have bugs, but
if it's not entitled, it just happens. You cannot avoid that.
Correct. Yes.
all the news is that trials got cancelled because apparently, allegedly, according to Bungie, there is a competitive PvP breaking bug.
What will be defined as a competitive PvP breaking bug? I will say either like an overpowered weapon or like some sort of bad tracking
an overpowered weapon is not a bug.
Well, then what? A bad maybe a hole in their cheating. We're speculating here, guys. But maybe a hole in their
speculating at.
Yeah. Maybe a hole in their cheating detecting system that they found out recently with the deploy, like, because one thing is like test stuff in a close, like a simulation open, and something else different is just like having it already on the public and see what they do with it. So they maybe have found out a bug in their, and because like Trials has been such a disaster since it came out full of cheaters, and is like there's a bunch of video recording evidence of people cheating insanely in the system. They want to clean up that thing so the actual experience become a selling point of Destiny, to have like kind of a hardcore PvP side of it. So maybe it's that, maybe there's a hole in the cheating, maybe they find some weird interaction where something broke, maybe something is not counting the wins right, or maybe it's just a stasis that they actually have the PvP, like the freezing dampener, and it's not working properly. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think the bug is at the end of the day?
I don't know. It could be anything.
It could be anything. But I don't know, man. I've seen the videos of people freezing people with stasis in PvP, and it looks absolutely horrifying.
That's okay. You're complaining about something different.
Yeah. I'm like, I because of my speculation that maybe it's the freezing thing. Like I've seen some PvP footage, like in general, like in Crucible general. Not talking about
sure, but that's
anything completely
different.
Yeah, I know it's completely besides the news, but yeah, it doesn't look very good.
It doesn't look very good because people were expecting trials.
Yeah, that is true. I wonder if they're gonna put like freezing resistant mods in the game.
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you think it is necessary for what you have been frozen on the actual game?
Not really.
Not really?
I mean, in PvE, enemies telegraph the attacks very clearly.
Yeah. But can you imagine that on PvP? Like, you turn a corner and then you're frozen for like, how much is like 5 seconds? Like an eternity.
No, they don't. I really don't care.
You don't care about PvP, that is true. But anyways, folks, Trials is cancelled till 27th of November. That is
2 weeks. At least.
2 weeks. Wow. Friday, 2 weeks. So we're gonna have the season launch of next week, Season of the Hunt on the 17th, and we still have no trials till the 27th. The bug is pretty serious if they're gonna take that much time to fix it, right?
I mean, if it were not serious enough, they wouldn't have canceled trial.
Yeah, that too.
Again, it's one of those things. If you're gonna take away a big feature of the game,
Yeah.
you better take it for enough time that you can make a significant progress in fixing stuff.
That is correct. That is correct. Yeah,
Again,
that's a
it's-
long time. It's a long time.
Instead of taking it out for like, if you delay it 1 week and it's not enough time, then people will ask, why did you do it?
All right.
Just-
If you were a
take it
betting
for
man, if you're a betting man, and you would say, what is your best guess about what is this bug is?
Takedown trials.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe anti-cheat.
Yeah, anti-cheat. Yeah, I'll probably bait this. I'll probably say the same thing. My money is on either some problem with the anti-cheat detecting software or some weird whole interaction that crashes stuff.
Yeah.
Because we have a big
You
crash
know-
all three yesterday when we were playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know why I don't think it's a stasis thing?
Why?
Because they have never shown any real interest in fixing or power stuff that fast.
Ah, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
Because the stasis thing is not a bug. It just happens.
Yeah.
It's a balance issue.
It's a balance issue. All right. I see. Yeah. I
And
get it.
they have never been super fast. That just like they have never canceled stuff just for balancing.
Just for balancing reason? Well, they have disabled stuff for balancing reasons.
Yeah, they disable weapons. They don't.
Yeah.
They know
Disabled
trials
stuff.
is a big thing that comes once a month.
Yeah.
They haven't ever canceled it for balancing, and people have complained about balancing.
Well, yeah, that is true. We will
So
know.
that's what I don't
I don't
think
think
is
we
that.
will know. I don't think we will know.
I don't think we'll know. And
Yeah.
we may see balancing changes to stasis next couple of weeks.
All right. For our
But
next.
I don't think
Yeah.
in 2 weeks we're gonna see any magical fix to the complaints that people have.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. And for our next news, Montreal police promises investigation after hostage threat at Ubisoft Montreal, and is confirmed as a hoax. So that's scary. We'll take a hostage in the middle of a pandemic, man. In an office
was-
building.
It was a weird situation.
Right?
Yeah.
This news is like, why? Like, why will you go to a game developer office where there's nothing that you can actually like take away? But well, maybe you can put it in the
Is that
situation of like taking hostage and asking the developer people to give you a ransom, but in the middle of a pandemic is really weird because you're not sure if there's going to be anybody in the office. And they were saying in the official communication that there weren't that many people in the office anyway because the working in the office was voluntary.
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy thing happens. I saw the video of the police operation, like big armor trucks.
I mean, it is. I assume kind of somehow standard police response to a hostage situation.
Yeah, I wonder if it was an actual prank or a mistake or something like that. Or
That's hard to tell.
yeah, that's hard, absolutely hard to tell.
That's why we have to wait for the police investigation.
Yeah, and if they find out if it was a prank, then that person probably will be instantly fired and.
I mean, it could have been someone unrelated to a company.
Could be somebody unrelated to the company, like somebody calling from somewhere else telling
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It doesn't have to even play like that. Again, that's a speculation. We don't know.
Yeah. And everybody was like, what?
It was a really weird. It was a really weird thing that happened yesterday by the recording of this episode.
Correct. And it was like, everybody was like, why? Number one, why? Number two, I hope everybody's okay. Number three, it's weird.
Why
It's just weird.
Those things happen in the world, sadly.
Yeah, it's just weird in general.
There are many reasons why these things can happen. I mean, it could have been just a criminal playing some other thing, and he just came across the place. Those things happen.
Life just there is criminals in life, and
until we don't know what happened, doesn't have to be a targeted attack to Ubisoft.
Yep. It's just a very unusual situation, and everybody's okay in the studio. What?
Gladly.
Yeah, gladly everybody's okay. Nobody get injured. Everybody's professionally handle. The people who are in the office just tweeted saying that everything is okay, but they're gonna leave the cops handle the investigation. So yeah, man, when it hits you close home, like people that you like, yeah, Ubisoft is not a perfect game development company, but they're just good people, man.
They're just people, like all of it.
Yeah. So, my God, this was in Canada, right?
Things. Yeah,
Montreal is in Canada, right? Montreal is in Canada? Yes? All right, I'm not lost. Cool. I still know a little bit of geography.
Do you really?
I don't know, because I started that sentence with like I asked you for if it was in Canada or not. So maybe I'm not. And like, yeah, it's Canada. Nothing happens in Canada.
It is rare to see this type of violence.
Yeah, it's
sure.
very rare that in Canada something like that happens.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing. It's like, but Canada, everybody's nice.
That's a stereotype.
I know. People is people anywhere in the world. Oh my God.
Gonna be people.
People is gonna be people anywhere in the world. And they had like a big launch this week. They launched Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right?
Yeah, with a lot of controversy around it, apparently.
Yeah, I wonder if they were affected by this thing in terms of like maintenance of the game, man. Like what part? Because you never know what part of the games are handled in what offices in these multi-studio companies.
Yeah, not anymore. Not these days.
Yeah, not these days. You don't know. You don't know.
We used to.
You used to know. Yeah, you used to say like, oh yeah, they're handling the servers there, and that's their office, and the servers are there in their office. Right now, it's like the servers could be in a bunker in the middle of the ocean. And the team who actually servicing could be like a bunch of Thailand programmers or like server responders in Switzerland or whatever. And yeah, and they have like an ad hoc guy who is the one who is checking with the servers that are in the middle of the bunker in the ocean. That's the reality of today, game developer with multiple studios and collaborations and that sort of stuff. Right?
Yep.
Old days were... You think old days were better?
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. Anything else to say about this news, my friend?
That we were just happy no one got injured or hurt by the situation.
Absolutely. That is the good news. Those are the good news. Anyways, and for final news of this week, Cyberpunk 2077 will let you customize your teeth. So my
that's
question.
what was missing.
What?
That's what was missing from all RPGs.
Of course, dental work.
Deep personalization.
So my question for you here is like, I think they even say that like there was a controversy a couple of months back. They even gonna let you customize your junk in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, and now this news comes in, and now I'm believing more that it's gonna happen, that they're gonna let you customize your junk. So how much customization is too much customization? Like these days, what I do when I'm gonna play a game that has like a lot of customization is like I go and see a preset, take the preset that I like most, and then modify things like eye color and like facial hair and
But that's what you do.
And that's it. Yeah. But
that's what you do.
That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like my experience. That's what I do with this game that has like a bunch of customization options. And maybe like jewelry, that's the other thing that I like to, and tattoos. That's the thing that I modify. But beyond that, so what do you think about this? Are you gonna customize? Will you want teeth customization in your games?
I mean, if it helps the immersion of the player, sure.
That's Lucho answer. It's like if
No,
it's
I mean,
good.
but it's
Yeah.
it sounds silly, but when you're role playing, you have a specific image of the character that you have in your head.
Yeah.
And if these tools help you realize that image better, that helps player immersion. And
Yeah. So
and that improves.
it is not a rumor. Apparently, it will let you customize the size and combinations of your junk inside.
Sure.
All right. Will that help to the immersion if you copy your junk, or
if you're the type of player who puts a lot of effort into a role-playing aspect of the game, it will.
No, all right.
If you don't, it won't.
Fair enough. So your philosophy is like, if the customization is good for the immersion of the experience, put as much as you can, basically.
I mean, why not? It is a role-playing game.
Yes, correct.
And the basic of a role-playing game is making your own character in the world.
Yeah.
Making it however you want.
Yes.
So, as like the more tools you put for that, the better. I don't like, for example, like RPGs that have like cookie cut options that you have to select.
In terms of like character customization, that you just have like some options and that's it.
Yeah.
So you prefer more customization all the time?
I do, but
all right. For example,
I mean, when you're again, it's just when you're role playing, you picture your character in a specific way. So the better you can realize that image.
Whatever that image is, the better that you can realize, the more you're gonna enjoy your experience. Because the character is gonna reflect whatever you wanna be.
It's like especially if it is a game that is heavily lenient in the role-playing part of the experience.
Yeah, correct. That is actually like based hard in a pen and paper RPG game. So
yeah, like in games, like that's why That's for example games like 14 or WoW. They have WoW not so much, but 14 they have extensive customization thing.
Yeah, but WoW recently
WoW's been improving, but it's still kind of behind.
Yeah, of course.
Like compared to the standard industry, it's behind nowadays.
Yeah,
they have done things to improve. But like that's why those games that lean heavily into a role-playing aspect, or that where you can lean heavily into a role-playing, they give you the tools.
Yeah.
Or that for example, what the people enjoy playing the Mass Effects and making their own little dudes and dudettes.
Yeah. And like this, there is one option here that I thought, oh yeah, I will manipulate that, and it's like not only your teeth, but your nails. You can customize your nails.
You can customize everything.
So that would be fantastic, because I always thought like, if I do like I more than before, I tend to roleplay female characters.
Yep.
And I can imagine if I do a fighter in Cyberpunk 2077 having like long nails. And in the majority of games, like if you do a fighter or something like that, they have like long nails. It makes no sense. Like, you're gonna hurt yourself with those nails. Now they can have short nails. They cannot hurt you themselves anymore. Or like the other interesting part is like,
does that matter for the game?
No.
It matters as much as the teeth.
No, it's matter for the player. So it's good.
That's the whole point.
But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, oh, I can put fangs on it, and that I would like that. I would like to put fangs on my character. Or like
you can put cricket teeth and make it
what?
Cyberpunk Hollow or something.
A Cyberpunk Hollow.
I mean, right now
that would be super cool. That would be like yellow, like crooked teeth or missing teeth, and like a street dude, like a really, really down by life dude. Yeah. I wonder if that will affect actual parts of the game, right? Because the game has charisma stat or something similar to that. Like if you think in pen and paper systems, you have appearance.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily related to how you actually look.
The appearance in the pen and paper game?
It is not that if you can be inconsistent in a pen and paper role-playing game.
What do you mean? So you're pretty or you're not pretty? Well, the appearance can, you're sure. You're right. I know what you mean. Like appearance in a pen and paper could signify that you can be ugly, but you can be like terrifyingly ugly, or
no, but like things like you can be beautiful.
Yeah,
you can still imagine your character with cricket yellow teeth.
I know that. Yeah, there is not a
nothing like in pen and paper. You have all the freedom.
Yeah, there is not 100% like correlation between being pretty and I know what you mean.
Like have Mike's appearance that has nothing to do with you waking around with bad hair all the time.
Yeah, because still like the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I know what you mean.
So I mean, it would be cool if it has an effect.
Yeah, if it's kind of like some effect, like in certain type of scenes or something like that.
I mean, it would be cool. There are two layers of that.
Yep.
If the charisma thing changes the interactions, that's cool.
Yep.
If the character customization changes the charisma stat, that will be another layer.
Yeah, correct.
Of interaction, which could be it could be interesting that you don't have Dude, it will be interesting to have like a storytelling, like a game where the character customization is like you don't select the things, you like make descriptions, and the game in the background
Jesus, all right.
makes those descriptions into numbers.
So
you don't know as a player.
Yeah, you'll need kind of like I don't know. You need kind of like an AI that can like kind of
Doesn't
interpret.
have to be an AI.
Well, you have to have some kind of system that kind of interpret what you're actually writing. Yeah. That would be.
But I mean,
yeah.
It's not that hard.
Like you describe it and then the game will construct it basically, right? That's what.
Yeah, you look for descriptors and you probably have a dictionary that maps certain words and certain phrases or things to specific stats. But you hide the stats from the players.
Yeah.
Try to create your character.
You just write like I am I don't know, for example, I am
you write a whole background or something like that.
Like I am blah, and then I do that, and then the character, like the program. The thing is, like people likes to in games, especially in video games, especially they like to have control about those kind of things. So you will have to have the option of, like after that process, showing it to the player and asking him if he likes it or not.
No.
Because all right, no.
No, that's the point. It is an exercise in writing.
All right, Jesus.
It is an exercise on descriptive writing.
Well,
and then like seeing, like figuring out, like the whole point is kind of figuring out your character by playing it.
Okay, so what can he do, what can I do, etc.
Yeah, and how good is it at the things?
Yeah.
Because like sometimes you picture something, like you make a description with an intent.
Yeah.
But in this case, for example, you wouldn't know how it is realized in game.
Yeah.
So, for example, you picture your character being super charismatic.
Yes.
But you failed in the description, and it is kind of okay. So you try to do something that requires a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
And you fail, and you're like, then, oh, what's happening?
Jesus. All right.
I find that interesting. There is a concept for you.
Yeah, that is very interesting in terms of customization. Maybe we can make it to that point where, and there was a bunch of tries in certain like customization, like in the customization field where a few years ago, a couple years ago, like at some point in the past, the NBA games had a system where they scan your face and put it into players.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So we had that. That didn't go too well. But yeah, because sometimes people like to play themselves in games, but sometimes they like to build that completely different character.
Yeah.
In roleplay.
I mean,
so
some people like playing themselves, some people don't.
Yeah, there you go. So I think this is fantastic for a role-playing game. Like this level of customization is absolutely.
If Cyberpunk is gonna rely heavily on the role-playing part of the game,
absolutely fantastic.
It is gonna happen. That I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it is like more action-based,
we still for what we have seen, it is kind of half and half, but. We don't know till the game is out, and the game is being delayed constantly, so we still don't know.
Yeah, but it could be good.
Yeah.
I mean, just by the news, I don't see a problem with letting you customize anything that you want.
There you go. It's just good. All right, and those are our news for this week, my friend.
That's all for this week's news with the Sweaty and the Farmer.
Yeah.
My name is Lucho, and you can find me on Twitter at LuchoPolanco.
And I am the Long Name Gamer. You can find me on Twitter at the Long Name Gamer and on Twitch on twitch.tv/LongNameGamer, where I stream Mondays to Fridays. I really do. I'm back on it. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. do everything, man. Just post it. Just comment. You go.
Help us out.
Yeah. You just whisper in the ear of someone you love. Have you heard about this podcast?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And do everything social that you can do to help us keep going with this show. We enjoy doing it, and we enjoy our community. We love you all. Yeah, thanks for coming to the Sweaty the Farmer and the news. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.